Today is December 23rd, 2024. Seems like a regular day to most, but did you know that December 23rd marks the birth of a true trailblazer in not only Black history, but American history, Madam C.J. Walker. Often known as the first Black female millionaire, her story of grit, determination, innovation, and empowerment has inspired generations even to this day. But did you know she actually wasn't the first? Today, we're doing a quick dive into her incredible legacy and also uncovering the stories of two extraordinary Black or Blackish women who paved the way well before her. Madam C.J. Walker was born Sarah Breedlove, and her early life was filled with struggles. One of 6 kids and born to former enslaved parents turned sharecroppers, she lost both her parents at a young age and was raised by her older sisters. At the age of 14, Sarah married a man named Moses McWilliams, and by the age of 17, she had given birth to a daughter, Lelia. Unfortunately, the marriage ended in tragedy when Moses passed away, leaving Sarah a widow and single mother at a young age. Life as a widow was hard, and Sarah was forced to take up work as a washerwoman to support herself and her daughter. But it wasn't just financial hardship that shaped Sarah's life. She also faced a personal struggle that would set her on the path to greatness: hair loss. After the birth of her daughter, Sarah began losing her hair due to a combination of poor health, stress, and harsh working conditions. This drove her to experiment with various hair care treatments. Enter her hair savior, inspiration, and soon-to-be rival, Annie Malone. Annie Malone was an extremely successful Black entrepreneur and was actually a millionaire way before Sarah entered the scene. But for now, she was just Sarah's teacher and had a huge hand in helping to restore Sarah's hair. Annie was a pioneering figure in the beauty industry. It was around 1905 that Sarah began using Malone's hair care products and became one of Malone's most loyal clients. Annie Malone's company, Poro College, which was based in St. Louis, Missouri, was an institution that trained women in hair care and beauty culture, especially for Black American women. Annie Malone's products contained a mix of sulfur and vegetable oils, which worked together to stimulate hair growth. Specifically, Poro's Wonderful Hair Grower was a concoction that included sulfur, a key ingredient that is known to help with scalp irritation and encourage hair growth. It was this kind of treatment, combined with the massaging technique promoted by Annie, that helped Sarah restore her hair and regain her confidence. Walker eventually became a sales agent for Malone's company, traveling to various cities to promote and sell the products, but this also ignited a fire in Sarah to begin creating and selling her own products and beauty treatments. Also, by this time, Sarah had found love. By 1906, Sarah had remarried, this time to Charles Joseph Walker, a man who helped her brand and market her own eventual products. And she started going by the name Madam C.J. Walker. It wasn't long before Walker started to develop her own line of products. However, Annie Malone is often credited with providing Walker with the tools and techniques that led her to her own success, though the exact nature of their relationship, including any mentorship, is debated. In other words, some believe that Sarah straight stole Annie's formula and system and marketed it as her own, even taking the exact same product name, Madam C.J. Walker's Wonderful Hair Grower. This sounds an awful lot like Poro's Wonderful Hair Grower. The ingredients also contain the same thing with maybe a few small adjustments, but still contain the sulfur and vegetable oils that Annie used in her products. Being that Madam C.J. Walker was a very determined woman, she went full steam ahead in her new business venture, and because she was married to a man who knew how to market and sell well, her hair growth product was beginning to really take off. She understood the importance of promoting her personal image and story as part of her brand. Walker's savvy marketing strategies, such as the use of door-to-door sales agents, beauty schools, and a dedicated network of beauticians, set her apart from Annie, who, while successful, did not have the same level of personal branding attached to her products. Walker used her own before and after pictures on her products to give hope to her potential clients. It was during this time that she began to develop her Walker system, a line of hair care products specifically designed for Black American women, including shampoos, conditioners, and the well-known Madam C.J. Walker's Wonderful Hair Grower. With their success, Together, the couple formed the Madam C.J. Walker Manufacturing Company. But despite their business success, their marriage faced many difficulties. Charles was involved in the business, but tensions arose between them. Perhaps feeling sidelined by his extremely ambitious wife, their marriage ultimately ended in divorce after 14 years in 1912. Despite their split, Walker continued to use her brand name, Madam C.J. Walker, as her business identity. By the time Walker was in her 40s, her business had taken off. Her Walker system became a household name, and she quickly became one of the first Black American women to achieve a fortune in the millions. Her fame and notoriety had now completely eclipsed that of Annie Malone, her former teacher. Walker not only sold her products, but also trained women to become beauty culturists through a network of Madam C.J. Walker schools of beauty culture, where women could learn the art of hairdressing and entrepreneurship. Though she was a business mogul, Walker didn't let her success keep her from living a full life. Here are a few fun facts about her lifestyle. Fun fact: Villa Lawaro, her luxurious estate in Irvington, New York, was not only her home but a symbol of Black excellence. She entertained celebrities, political figures, and intellectuals there during the Harlem Renaissance. It was intentionally designed in an Italian style by Vertner Woodson Tandy, the first Black registered architect in New York. And the name Villa Lawaro comes from the first two letters of Walker's daughter's name, Alelia Walker Robinson. The name was suggested by Italian opera singer Enrico Caruso, who was a guest at the home. Fun fact: her love of cars, Walker was one of the first to buy a limited edition 7-passenger coal touring car. She also owned an electric-powered Waverly car. Walker enjoyed driving her cars, and she drove her Waverly for quick trips, like shopping and going to the theater. Fun fact: philanthropy. Walker was a passionate philanthropist. She contributed to civil rights causes and founded scholarships for young Black women. She even made donations to the NAACP and Tuskegee Institute. In spite of all of her success and wealth, it seems the demands became too much. Her health declined due to the high demands of her business, all that included constant travel and public speaking. She became ill while visiting St. Louis in April 1919, and she never fully recovered. She also suffered from hypertension. On May 25, 1919, Madam C.J. Walker passed away from kidney failure at the age of 51. While she lived, she cemented her legacy of one of the greatest rags to riches stories ever. She showed what hard work and determination can become if you don't give up. But she also showed how possibly taking someone else's idea can help boost you too. Right or wrong, it worked in her favor and made her the famous Black woman to hold the title of the first Black millionaire, even though it's not true. As we learned, Annie Malone came before her, and she usually gets no recognition for this brilliant feat. But even still, Annie doesn't even hold that title. Who came before Annie? Elizabeth Gloster was a real estate mogul who played a key role in the development of Harlem, New York. Born into slavery sometime in 1817, she was listed as mulatto and was more than likely the product of a Black mother and white father. Elizabeth used her sharp business acumen to acquire multiple boarding houses, providing affordable housing for Black families during Harlem's early years of growth. As one of Harlem's most successful property owners, she became an influential figure in the community. Upon her death at age 66 on August 8, 1883 in Brooklyn, New York, the Brooklyn Daily Eagle claimed that she was at the time of her death one of the wealthiest Black women in the country. She was worth approximately $350,000, which would be around $4.5 million in 2015 dollars. As impressive as her success was, there was another one before her, Mary Ellen Pleasant. Mary Ellen Pleasant, often referred to as the mother of the civil rights movement in California, was a businesswoman and philanthropist who amassed wealth in the late 19th century. She too was born into slavery and had even escaped her enslavement in a way that deserves its own separate video. But after achieving her freedom, Pleasant made her fortune through a variety of industries, including real estate, investment, and catering. She played a significant role in the development of San Francisco's Black community, and her financial success allowed her to fund various civil rights initiatives. Pleasant was known for her intelligence, wealth, and her involvement in the abolitionist movement. She was one of the first Black women to be recognized as a millionaire in the United States. During her lifetime, she had amassed a whopping $30 million, which would be $1 billion today. Both Elizabeth Gloster and Mary Ellen Pleasant built fortunes in times when Black women faced immense racial and gender-based barriers. Their legacies of entrepreneurship and empowerment laid the groundwork for future generations, including Madam C.J. Walker, who diligently walked the path that was paved for her by these giants. No matter who truly has the title of being the first Black millionaire, all these women did incredible things in their lives during a time where it was unthinkable to do so. Even though today is Madam C.J. Walker's birthday, we should celebrate all their achievements and take inspiration from their stories. So lurkers, what do you think? Did you know about Madam C.J. Walker's story? Did you know about these other women who were mentioned? Let me know down below.